Welcome back to Hannity. Now, yesterday was May Day, and across the country, supporters of the Occupy Wall Street movement rioted in celebration. They called for, among other things, death to capitalism. Now, Seattle saw some of the worst violence. Police arrested 11 adults, 2 juveniles, as protesters were there throwing bottles, other items at law enforcement officers and news crews. And while these anarchists were spreading their havoc, liberal mouthpiece Senator Harry Reid doubled down on his stupidity that members of the Tea Party are the anarchists. Now, his remarks came during a radio interview with my friend Rusty Humphreys.
Do you think the Tea Party are anarchists, that we don't want any government at all?
I believe that my experience with the Tea Party is they're against government any form. They do throw monkey wrenches into the government. It's evident we can't get things done. They don't want anything to happen in government. I mean, we pass laws. They fight funding the laws we pass. They don't want government to work. I want it to work.
Now, Harry Reid should have turned his TV set on yesterday because Tea Party members, they were not the ones rioting in the streets. It was the anarchists inside the Occupy Wall Street movement. Joining me now with reaction, Fox News contributor, radio talk show host Leslie Marshall, co-host of The Five, the one and only Kimberly Guilfoyle. Leslie, let's just go back here. You see this video that we're showing again, May Day, death of capitalism, violence once again by the left in this country. Give me an example. Give me an example of a Tea Party incident where they needed to set up rape tents to protect women from sexual assault, where Tea Party members were literally taking a crap on a police car, urinating, doing drugs the way we saw during the Hannity Park incident.
Well, I can't, but anarchy doesn't mean violence. That's actually the second definition, according to Webster and other dictionaries. The first actual definition is actually rebelling against authority and any ruling power, which means most teenagers, Sean, in America could be defined as anarchists.
And what's happening with the violence? Wait a minute. What's happening with the violence in Hannity Park and in Seattle last night? Was that anarchists? Were those left-wing, radical, violent anarchists going after cops, going after media? Did we not see that during the Occupy movement? Can you give me any similar example among Tea Party members, yes or no?
I said yes. I said no already, Sean, at the beginning that I couldn't. But I don't understand why this is a surprise. The founder of Occupy Wall Street has said himself that he is an anarchist. And quite frankly, this is 12 people in Seattle. We're attributing them to be OWS members. When May Day wasn't about OWS. May Day was about immigration reform, of which some OWS members were partaking in various cities.
Is Nancy Pelosi, Barack Obama himself, supported the Occupy movement. They put their seal of approval on it.
Well, they proudly did, and it's a shame because they're not just anarchists, they're outright criminals, and their actions should not be condoned. They try and hide behind the First Amendment and commit crimes against property, against individuals, law-abiding individuals, yet they try and liken it to the Tea Party. There is no comparison. They fail miserably short, but they have no shame in sitting there and calling out the Tea Party and accusing them of the same type of demonstrations. Where's the footage? Where's the facts? Where's the evidence?
What's happened here, Leslie, is your party, the Democratic Party, has become led by Obama, Harry Reid, and Nancy Pelosi, is a party of lying demagogues. And they lie about what it means to be Tea Party members, conservatives. They lied about Mitt Romney. They slander, they smear, they besmirch. There's character assassination, and it's almost daily. And liberals like yourself, excuse me, you don't speak out. You don't say anything. Why?
Sean, first of all, when Senator Harry Reid backed up his remark as anarchist and referred to being a student, he specifically pointed out that the Tea Party is not violent because anarchy can be violent or not. I agree with Kimberly that any group, left or right, is breaking the law and hiding behind the First Amendment, OWS as well, if they are violent, because that's not what the First Amendment says.
You didn't address my question.
And I do not agree with breaking the law.
I asked you specifically. I asked you about the demagoguing of Harry Reid, the demagoguing of Obama, the smearing, the slander of conservatives.
To give your opinion.
And you
I don't feel that.
Want me to give you examples?
Right, when one party slams the other,
do you think Paul Ryan wants to kick Granny over the cliff? Do you think Republicans want to poison the air and water? Because this is the typical rhetoric that comes out of these guys every day.
Sean, you know, I'm a Bostonian, as you know, right? A strong, and half of me is Irish, as you know, gal from Boston, right? And when Ron Paul says that the terrorist attack wasn't as bad as the police state, this is not only a
Ron
former
Paul
Republican
is not a
member
mainstream
of Congress.
conservative. He's a libertarian, ran as a libertarian candidate.
That ran as a Republican.
No,
that
well,
ran as a Republican.
He's
not
retired,
a CL.
and he didn't get 1% in a presidential race.
He's an outlier. That's irrelevant. I mean, that's nothing to do with this. This is about criminal activity that is condoned and sanctioned by the administration and by the liberal left, where they seem to glorify these individuals and reward them with public praise, and yet at the same time casting dispersions on the Tea Party, law-abiding people that are fighting for smaller government and more financial responsibility. Those are very good goals. I, as a former prosecutor, am really just appalled that they would condone this kind of criminal activity. It just goes to show you how wrong and false and anti-American their core ideology is.
Where's the condoning of what happened in Seattle yesterday? I never heard the president say that. And when Senator Reid
the
spoke of
condoning
the Tea
came during
Party,
Occupy
he
Wall
spoke
Street.
of them filibustering
The condoning
with their
came
checks
during
they're writing to the
Occupy
right
Wall Street
in
by
Congress to
Pelosi
block
and by
bills.
Obama. That's when it came.
Not yesterday, Sean.
But if it was
Not
a conservative, boy, they would have smeared.
This is the same people. These are their folks.
I got to tell you.
And we're comparing apples and
They gotta
oranges. The
deal with
Tea
it.
Party, the Occupy Wall Street
The
has
Tea
no
Party bring
power
their
with
children,
legislation.
sing God Bless
The Tea
America,
Party
and clean up
does.
after themselves.
The Tea Party does with their billionaire financial backing.
And they clean up after themselves, and they sing God Bless America, and they put their hand over their heart the right way.
Yeah, they demonize the Tea Party because they're very afraid of them. They should be.
And then they write a check to a politician to buy their vote to block something that all Americans want.
Yeah, block Obamacare. Thank God they're there. I appreciate that.
No,
right.
no, they didn't.
And
it was passed.
I know you want Pelosi daycare. God help us. God help us all. All right, still ahead.